Hello friends. Now today we are going to discuss the answer key of the question paper that test you have just given of ninth standard, right? So in this test we have done this question of chapter 1 from the textbook Beehives. I hope everybody were clear about the points, whatever comes in the story of the fun they had. Story about a school, right? That used to be earlier as per the era of 21st 57th year. Okay, now let us go on. In this part, first question was all about why was Margie doing badly in geography? She was not doing so well in geography. And what did county inspector do to help her? So I hope you understood. Mother called county inspector. She thought that it might be the problem with the teacher also. Sometimes the students don't do well, parents things like that. So here also Margie was doing bad in geography. So mother called her. And what did county inspector do to help Margie in geography section? So Margie was doing very bad in geography. Actually, she was giving test after test and she was doing worse and worse, right? So this was because the mechanical teacher was very fast in displaying the questionnaires as per it is no it was going one level up like that. The county inspector adjusted, so county inspector came means this part is the rhino here. It is written in on word. You can even write it in on word. So county inspector adjusted its speed up to an average 10-year level. As per the textbook, it was written like that. It was set up to the 10 years level, and thus the mechanical teacher speed was controlled appropriately, and county inspector assured that overall pattern of Margie's progress is quite satisfactory. Say to Margie's mother that actually it's not her fault that she is not doing so bad, but she is doing properly. Her progress is quite satisfactory. So let's go on the next question. What had once happened to Tommy's teacher? Something like we have seen Margie's teacher was not working properly. No, so county inspector was called and he helped to fix the teacher like that. Tommy's teacher also once got some problems. So let's see what happened to Tommy's teacher. So Tommy's teacher was taken away for nearly 1 month because actually history section or geography section, one section, entire section had blanked out completely. So Tommy had nothing to do for 1 month and he relaxed and enjoyed. And this is something like, you remember the story Margie was thinking about this that even my no mechanical teacher will be taken away and I will be relaxed for 1 month that because my teacher is not proper and the county inspector is called upon. So this may happen. So she was happy with that. Okay, let's go to question number 3. How does Tommy describe the old kind of school? See, old kind of school was described by Tommy. He says that old schools were different. It's not like that we have in 2157 year. They are talking about the future. Okay. So they had a special building and he says that they had a special building and all the kids went there to study, and that building was called a school. It is not like the we have a school in our bedroom itself. So they laughed and shouted, and in the schoolyard, they all students enjoyed and all the thing they could do in the school. So they enjoyed the time together, learned the lesson together in a classroom. Men used to come to teach them, but actually we are not going to write about teacher in this answer. We are just going to write about the school, how children enjoyed in the school. You can write in your words. It was about 30, 40 words you can express in Coming to next question, number 4. How does he describe the old kind of teacher? Some students felt this is the same question, sir. No, that was asking about school. Now they are asking about teachers. Let's go on. He says that the old teachers did not live in the house. Like mechanical teacher, they did not live in the house. So they had a special building and all the kids went there. So they gave homework to the students, they do some questions, they ask some questions, they were not mechanical teachers like we have. But living human beings, means human beings, men used to teach them. Okay, so I hope you understood the explanation of teachers as given by Tommy. Now the next is what things about the book did she find strange? So what about the book? I know she means we are talking about the Margie. Margie finds something strange about it. What is it? Let us see that. So the book had yellow and wrinkled pages. Number one. Fact number one is the book had different yellow and wrinkled pages. The words of book were still because e-content, e-text used to moving. That keeps moving. So this is not moving at all. So it is still stable. Okay, so that did not move as the words move on the computer screen like e-text. So she found this book little strange. Okay, so these are the question answers that you have already done well. Okay, now we are talking about the question answer of 5 marks each. I asked you two questions. It was all about 10 marks. Here I have taken as much content as I can. Let us see what are the main features of mechanical teachers and the school rooms that Margie and Tommy have in the real story. So we are talking about the main features of mechanical teachers. Okay, let's see. So actually, Margie and Tommy had mechanical teachers in this story. They need not to go to school, getting formal education like we all go. Due to lockdown, we are not going anywhere right now, but we used to go to the school practically. But this is the era of 2157 as per the author. And he says that in this time, this Margie and students like Tommy and Margie, they are not going to the school. They are having a mechanical teacher in the classroom, having a virtual classroom, like today in this situation we are having. So, mechanical teacher is placed in one of the rooms of the house and they can get the knowledge of various subjects of individually from the mechanical teacher. They study various subjects from mechanical teacher. They don't have such classrooms where students sit together because they have to sit in their own room. They don't need to go to any classrooms. Okay, so they do not sit together. They sit separately in their own houses. They study from telebooks. These telebooks are e-books that can be like we have books in our computers and we read those PDFs and all these things. Kind of books were available. So they don't require books to carry, and exercise the books. They don't need to refer them because they have those books in their screen. So examination system is very different. They do they do homework in a different way. They have to do their homework in a punch code. If you remember, it was there. They work in homework pattern. She learned it when she was 6 years old. It is all about Margie. When Margie was 6 year old, actually it is taught like we used to learn this alphabet on all these things in primary, pre-primary section. So this way, when Margie was 6 years old, at the time only she had learned how to do work in punch code. What is it? So the system of their education, is technologically advanced and not based in the printed books. It has gone advanced, means too far advanced. Good job. I don't believe that it will go so far advanced, but if it goes, this is the time of 21:57. Okay, let's go to this another question. What points we can take? Margie hate the school. Why? Why did Margie hate the school? Why did she think the old kind of school must have been fun? She thought that old kind of school means fun. It is a kind angel. Why she thought so? Margie hated her school because she had a mechanical teacher. Actually, she did not like this. It was in her house. Do you remember when you were not able to score in particular subject, you stop liking that subject? So this happens to Margie even. Margie was doing words and words in geography and mechanical teacher was giving test after test and it's a machine. Will not understand the point that student is not able to understand, let me do something. So here mechanical teacher is hated, so it was in her house only. She was, how can a student can, no, I think she needs to go out somewhere, but she had to study in her house only. So it means that when 24 hours might be possible that for 1 or 2 hours she might be going out to do something. She was supposed to sit in that room alone to complete her home tasks or assignments. Entire day she spends alone. And the part Margie hated the most is the slot for homework and test papers. She thought that the old schools must have been fun because why she thinks that it's fun? Because students used to sit together, enjoyable, while here she studies alone. But instead of sitting alone, it is good to sit together in the classroom. They enjoyed, laughed, shouted in the schoolyard. Children needed company to enhance their skills if they are isolated. As I said, they are depressed. They get dejected like this in current situation as you are sitting in the home for entire day. I hope you will know. I know that it is very difficult to like, you know, situation. But as for this time, we will not argue for that. Okay, next question. Our examination dash on 4th March. This is something you have to fill in the blanks, the proper form of tense. Okay, so our examination days on the 4th March means they are talking about begins. Okay, our examination begins on 4th March. When we say something about simple present tense, we say like this. We cannot say is beginning or began or has begun. Let's come to the second blank. They dash when the thief entered the bedroom. The one is sleep means when the thief entered they were sleeping. Okay, so we have that option. They were sleeping. Here we cannot say sleep or slept or are sleeping because we are talking about the past, what they was doing when the thief entered. Let's say number three. I dashed the painting just now. Just now shows that it is perfect present. Okay, so very simple, very easy to understand. Let's go on. Number four. Look there, it means it is continuous because something is already going on. That's why we said, look there. The man dashed the child. Beat means it is the man is beating the child. Good job. Let's go on. Number five. He dashed to my house to tell me what dash. So answer is he came to my house, right? Actually, this is the part of the question only, so it was already kept over there. So what had happened over there? He came to my house to tell me what had happened. So this is the only correct answer here. Number six, Delhi dash on the Yamuna. It is fact. So it means simple present tense, which is here. Okay, but there is a question that has stood or is standing. These are not part of simple present. This is the only correct answer I can choose. Delhi stands on the Yamuna. A moment ago means it is about past we are talking. When we say a moment ago, it is past tense. I heard strange news. Correct answer is heard. Past form of hear. Okay. Let's go to number 8. They dash to London next year. Next year means future. They will go, or another option to say the same thing is continuous present tense. You can express simple future with this also, that they are going to the London next year. Okay. Next, number nine, I shall go there after I dash my lesson. So after I have done my lesson, completing, when action is complete, going to be completed or completed something, you can take a perfect tense. If you want to refer present, present perfect tense is best choice over here. Next is I dash a letter to her yesterday. We have the options about send. We are talking about yesterday means past tense, so we will say it is simple past means I sent a letter. Okay, was sent is not correct answer, or have had cannot be used. Okay, so this is how you all have, might have done it. But now the thing is, whatever part you might have not done properly or incorrect, there you need to do it properly. Okay, get this from here, as I have shared the entire answer key with you. So I hope you will be able to do it. What you have to do is, wherever you go, wherever you were incorrect in the part, so incorrect answers you have done. If you find that my these much answers were incorrect, means you have to do it for 3 times. Okay, so please remember, do this whenever you start doing. Before we sit in the next session, you might have done your work. Okay, with that I would like to complete this session. Bye bye everyone, see you once again.